Hello, internet friends. My name is Caitlin. Welcome to my channel. We are going to be watching another Smosh improv video today. This was actually requested in the comments of my last Smosh video, so thanks to Jeans XOX for this idea. What this video is a try not to laugh blind pairs. What they're doing is they have their performers separated on two different sides of the performance space where they can't see each other or talk to each other before they start their scenes. One person from each side of the performance space will come out with their own idea, and they have to join in the middle and do a scene together and yes and each other and make it work. Before we get into it, I want to go over yes and really quickly. I think most people have heard the term yes and. Do most people know actually what it means and how to use it correctly in improv? No, probably not. I say that because I see a lot of improvisers not actually doing it correctly. So I think the general public probably doesn't have a great grasp of it. So that's fine. Let's just talk about it. Yes and really just means taking something that your scene partner has offered, information that they have added to the scene, taking it, accepting it as true, and then adding more information to it to grow the scene. Take for a scene, you start a scene and you establish that you are a young kid on a camping trip and you hate the outdoors. Okay, great. That is wonderful information for us to have. Yes-anding it just means you accept that your scene partner is a child who is camping and hates the outdoors. Yes-anding does not mean that your character also hates the outdoors. You don't have to agree with them. As long as you establish that you live in the same universe and that the thing that your partner just said is true, that's fine. The opposite of that would be if someone came into a scene as a child going camping, someone else comes into the scene with an idea that they are going to be an astronaut on the moon, and they are unable to leave that idea behind once it has been established that you're now in the woods. If it gets established that you're in the woods, you gotta drop the moon thing. It's not relevant anymore. That's where yes and comes in. Blind pairs is a very cool idea because that means two players are both coming in with very strong ideas, and they will have to make sure that they are not stepping on each other's toes and negating each other with their ideas. They have to make it work together. I'm very interested to see how well it works, if people are good at yes-anding each other, if anyone is unable to compromise, if they're incredibly skilled at doing this. I'm not sure how often they do the blind pairs thing, so I'm excited. Let's just start watching it. This is a very cool concept. Thank you so much for the suggestion.
I'm too tired to go out. I'm too tired.
We are going out. I have been raising this baby by myself.
Okay, pausing it right there because that is a great example of yes-anding where they don't agree, but they yes-anded the situation. So, guy on the right, that's Garrett. Left is Shane. Garrett is too tired to go out, but the Shane's character wants to go out. So they have differing points of view, but they have yes-anded the situation. That they are a couple, they have a baby, one wants to go out, the other doesn't. So great, that's a great yes-anding. It happened to work out that they came out in very similar attire. So right off the bat, the scene that they had set worked. So kind of an easy jumping off point. It happened to mesh really well together. But a great example of you don't have to agree. They both didn't need to be in the exact same headspace for this to work. Their characters have a different point of view, and that's great. It makes it more interesting.
For months. This baby is 8 months old.
Fine, I'm ready.
Oh my God!
Ow! Oh! Oh!
I thought we took that down after Christmas. You've kept that on this whole time?
Is that
How
me?
could I take it off?
This is you.
Okay.
You've done well to make it this far, Antoine. But our lovers passed aside. I'm bird council now. Defeat me if you must.
I will do what I must. Every feather will be clipped.
Yet these wings will fly.
Why must we fight?
That's true.
Can we not love instead?
God.
A truce between bird council and wolverine kind.
Yes. Thank you for.
Oh, no! Bird blood!
God.
I didn't know it was green!
Okay, I'll pause it at the end of that one. So what seems to have happened there is they established some very quick backstory and lore. They both came out in incredibly elaborate costumes, which let them kind of run crazy, which is great. It was like they were elaborate villains that had crazy backstories together. Why must we fight? Just great stuff like that. When you have characters that you're walking in on the spot in an improv scene, there is no backstory with these characters. There should be. Anytime you're watching a scene, there should be backstory with these characters. Maybe not always. It's not a hard and fast rule, but it's more interesting if characters have backstory together. So making it up on the spot that they have a ton of dark history, great. It was quick, it was silly, but fun. It seemed like a bizarre scene out of an anime or something.
Oh, no. Please don't hit me. I'm on my way to work.
Oh no, there's a pope on the road again. I got a cross, buddy. Oh, I didn't do anything.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't pause that at any point because I was just delighted by it. Sometimes just being a goofy little guy works out. And they both stayed committed to their characters. I think that's the key thing to note here. Okay, so you have on the left, you had Courtney came out as what ended up being named as a pope. With a recorder just being a bit manic. And then on the right, you had Angela coming out as just a driver, seemingly just trying to get to work. Not in the mood for this. It worked out great because Angela was able to come into that scene with the point of view of, I'm just trying to go to work. I don't have time for this. And she could have come into that scene with, honestly, whatever happens, I'm just trying to get to work and these people are just going to be in my way. I don't know what her mindset was, but if that was the mindset, it's honestly pretty clever in a setup like this. And that worked out so well. Oh no, there's a pope in the road again. Adding the again is such a fun little detail because that means, does this happen all the time in this universe? Are there often just popes in the road? That's my favorite kind of improv, is when you're just very quick to observe what's happening and nail the joke because you're just observing, calling it out. I'm driving, there's a pope in the road. That's it. That's the joke. You're driving and there's a pope in the road. That's funny. That's the bit.
There's a pope on the road again is a great quote. I'm gonna think about that for a while.
Yeah, it is.
I love that shit so much.
Yeah, I can prepare you something. Let me fix you up something real quick.
Baby doll, it's all in my rider.
Okay, yeah, I got
green
something.
M&Ms?
Damn it. I can't do...
You know what? You're not feeling inspired. Let me give you a little bit of music to get you go. There we go. How you feel about it?
I mean, no, that inspires me a little bit.
You gotta do the whole buffet for the Venetian. Let me give you another two.
Okay, that gives me a little something more to work with.
Hey, baby.
Okay. So you'll notice that one failed. Didn't get a laugh out of that one. It was a little incoherent. Nothing really was going on there. So on the left we have Damien. On the right we have Garrett. Garrett came out as a character I cannot really summarize, which might be the problem. I'm gonna say cyborg chef, maybe? I don't know what the apparatus on his hand was meant to be or what that added. He just had tongs. I don't know what that was. Damien's character seemed to be a bizarre musician rock star. I was getting more from Damien's character. I wasn't getting story from anybody. But yeah, this one to me didn't work because there wasn't anything really established on either side super strong. I didn't have plot or character from Garrett, and I had character from Damien, but not really plot. I think Damien was trying to get plot there, but there was just not a lot happening. I don't want to give too many notes on this because, again, these are rapid fire, and this is super hard. I only want to point out when anything goes crazy wrong. There was just not a ton of meat in that one.
You found me!
Sorry, I have to pause right there because these are two very different characters. I have no idea where this is going to go, or even if they had an idea when they walked out what these characters even are. So let's find out.
Dulcie, I found you. What are you doing at the bottom? What are you doing in my church?
I thought I could find God, and...
Oh, fish can't find God? God.
What?
You're a fish, right?
Yeah, I'm a fish.
Last time I saw a fish, it poked its eye out, so I'm going to fight one.
Oh, well, I'm only half fish, so if that changes things.
Are you here to fight?
No, I'm here to find God.
Oh, you're going to find God. Trust me.
Okay.
Let's battle, man.
No more battling. I've had enough battling.
Okay. That was crazy. I think Amanda is incredible. She's so good at character work and coming up with characters and building on characters. And that was a great example of coming up with a very bizarre character with an insane backstory right off the top of her head. I love that kind of stuff, and that's what improv is great for. If you are someone who likes to write sketches or come up with characters, improv is a great way to do that because it forces you to come up with things very quickly. And sometimes those will stick. And after you do a lot of improv scenes, you'll reflect on them and think, what are things I can take from those? And then work on and make those better and deeper. So priest who was attacked by a fish and now has a vendetta could become an actual full-fledged character. That's the kind of stuff that improv offers that is very cool as a writing tool. Will priest that was attacked by a fish and now has a vendetta become a character? Probably not, but there's opportunity for stuff like that to happen because of improv bits like this, and that is part of why this art form is one of my favorite things on earth. It's so fun. It's so fun.
If the man of the house finds out about this.
Okay, pausing it right there. What a great opening line. What if the man of the house finds out about this? There's so much intrigue in that. What happened? Oh my God, I'm so invested already. What happened? What would the man of the house do? I have so many questions. Some people would nitpick this and say, well, you're now leaving it up to your scene partner to fill in the blank. And sometimes that is a bit of an issue. You don't want to leave your scene partner hanging to answer a question that you're asking about a plot point. But if you're working with someone very talented, which I believe Angela is, they can take that kind of a moment and really develop on it, and it makes it super interesting and very, very cool. So I love that opening line. That is a really, really fun dynamic to start a scene with.
Keep our story straight. I found the hamster in the yard, and you, the maid,
I did not put it in the soup.
you didn't put it in the soup.
I did not.
I didn't bring any animals from outside inside to the kitchen.
No, we're not gonna make a little brunch.
Good.
No. Okay.
Our master will never know.
Okay, yeah. So just winging it. That's improv. Make it up off the top of your head. Literally, they just made up an insane story as they went, and it worked. You know, it's short form. That was very quick. They knew they were going to be up there for only 30 seconds. They didn't really have to elaborate much further, so that worked really well. I think if that was going to be a longer scene, it probably would have devolved into further chaos, but for what they're doing for a 30-second, we just got to get in, get somebody laugh, and get out, that was well executed. They know what they're trying to do in these kinds of scenes.
Yes. Yeah, she's right here. Yeah, she's right in front of me. Yeah, she's holding it.
Sir, I just asked if you wanted some water.
And she won't. I said I'm not paying for shit, and she won't listen.
How many babies is that?
2 babies. They won't talk to you.
Hello?
Dad?
Right. You thought I wouldn't.
Police! Grounded? For a year? Fine.
Should have just given me the water.
Okay.
So that one again wasn't really my favorite. I feel like it didn't make a ton of sense. It was all right. I'll also add to the point here that when they are doing a try not to laugh bit, the bit of it is try not to laugh, but obviously for content, you want it to be funny. So you are encouraged to, as a performer, laugh at your fellow performers, because if the entire episode was no one laughing at each other, it would not be entertaining. This is a little inside baseball, I guess, as an improviser, but if we're doing a scene like a laugh and go, for example, which is a scene where you're meant to not laugh or not make the audience laugh or not break, and then you tag out a player who has made the audience laugh or has made each other break, or you have laughed in a scene, and so you're tagging each other out. I do encourage my players, like, hey, be very generous with the tag outs, because you want it to be funny. You want the audience to be laughing. You want each other to be breaking and having a good time on stage, because an actual unfunny, no laughter scene is not really the goal. So when you see a scene in a try not to laugh bit that is not actually laugh out loud funny, but yet you hear the crew laughing and the person in the seat does break, it's by design. They want everyone at home to be laughing along, and it's always funnier when everybody is laughing together. That's why sitcoms have laugh tracks. It encourages you to laugh too. I'm not saying that there was nothing funny about that last scene. It just wasn't anything that would have made me laugh out loud. It just was kind of fine.
Nurses, go ahead. Thank you for your service. What a guy.
That's crazy. It's very funny.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I might.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I do think him getting stuck in the shirt is funnier than the bit was. He really stuck.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Well, well, well. Another one comes to pay tribute to the great Kermit. Pay no attention to my host.
I'm sorry, I got the vibes of this church all wrong.
Okay, perfect. Super simple, very straightforward. I love that that was another Garrett and Damien pairing that worked much better. And I think that one worked better because Damien came out, he set a premise up that was very clear. We have a very specific world that has been built, right? We have a Kermit who is some sort of overlord or someone who is worshipped and godlike almost, right? It's a very strange version of Kermit in this world that Damien has built. Very specific, detailed world building, which is what you want in an improv scene like that. So that was set up and established. Then you have Garrett, who has a very BDSM-like outfit on, who is able to just, again, read the room perfectly and have a great one-liner button joke. Vocab, button, is something that is a quick ender to a scene. So typically in improv, it's going to be a very good joke, a callback, or a very good joke that is a hard-hitting laugh that is very clear. That's the end of the scene. We're done here. Finding a good button for a scene is a huge win as an improviser, because if it just peters out and kind of fizzles and sort of ends, I guess, not ideal. You want a great button where everyone is very clear. That's the end. We're all happy. Clap, 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 move on. That's a button.
I get to imagine what Shane's doing.
I get stuck in our clothing a lot.
Why? Because you have big muscles?
Yeah.
That was sick. That was sick. Got him.
And cut. I love what you did.
Okay, good.
I love what you did.
Ah!
Yeah, can we just stick to the script this time? We're
Okay.
gonna do it one more time. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Nutridept. My favorite type of migraine med. Good?
Okay, cut. I didn't say cut, so
Okay,
we're still
cut.
rolling.
Cut,
Okay.
cut, cut.
Just do it again.
All right.
Stick to the script.
Got it.
Read the words
Got it.
that are right there. 3, 2, 1.
Nutridept. A migraine for men like me.
Cut!
No, you call.
Okay, I'm stopping it after all of them, but I loved that. That was great. I feel like you can really tell that they have a great working dynamic. There is a thing when you are an improviser where you get very comfortable with certain players that you have spent a lot of time on stage with. And even if you've had a lot of stage time with people, there are just people you tend to gravitate towards that you just get each other and are in sync with each other on stage. I get that vibe from those two, that they perform really well together. I don't know if they perform together outside of here on live shows, but I get the vibe that they probably do or have in the past worked together on other things because they just have a great dynamic together. It feels really good. And if they don't, they really should, because their dynamic is super good, super funny. It reminds me of how I feel when I'm performing with my closest collaborators that I connect with and click with the best and have the most similar sense of humor with. That's what I want to see in an improv scene. That didn't feel like they were stumbling and looking for something. Chance is directing a commercial. Angela's a terrible, bizarre actor in it. It's nonsensical. They found a bit so quickly of this actor is just saying whatever they want. The director's over it. That bit was found so quickly and so organically. Like I said, they have to work together outside of just Smosh, or I would be shocked. Let me know in the comments if they do. They seem like they work together a lot. Okay, I have to stop it there because this is like an inside joke from the past. For context, in case you're unaware, the two performers in this scene are married in real life, but when they filmed this, their relationship was still a secret. They were engaged, but they had not told the public that they were in a relationship. They kept their relationship entirely private until they announced that they were married, which is honestly such a badass move, and I have so much respect for them for doing that. But very funny that they are essentially doing what looks to be a mock marriage scene right now in a Try Not to Laugh bit that was released before they announced that they got married. That's just a great inside joke. Improv tip that you can pull from that is if your audience is in on a joke, like a callback, or for example, I do a lot of shows at like comic conventions. So a lot of our jokes will be references to whatever's kind of happening in nerd pop culture at the time. So using jokes and references that you know your audience is going to get will add to the natural laughter that you get. So I have a feeling that this scene is going to be really funny to the cast and crew because they were in on it at the time, and it'll probably be funny to me because I'm in on it now. Don't know about when it was originally released, but let's see.
Dimitri. What I love most about you
Oh man.
is that you're unpredictable.
I don't care what.
Okay, yeah. Damien seemed to be laughing incredibly hard at that, which again, I have a feeling was because of the inside joke of it all of they were engaged at the time and very near getting married. They're doing this on camera. The fans can't know, but they can know. The inside tension of that is funny in and of itself. However, the bit they were doing outside of any of that was super funny. Doing a marriage scene and having Courtney dressed essentially as Neo doing the Matrix lean. So stupid. This is not a really highbrow piece of improv education, but sometimes just doing something really silly is very funny, and that was very funny. I'm still laughing about how ridiculous that was. A+ to Courtney for that. That was hilarious.
What the rules say.
All right, well, this burger's getting tossed. Oopsies.
Foul.
Do that one more time at my job. You.
No. Did you just ketchup me?
Yeah, I did just catch up you, man. It's Hawaii Day, man. Everyone knows that.
You ketchup me on Hawaii Day?
Yeah, I did. You know what else I'll do? I'll tsunami you. My hat fell. I thought we were gonna be pirates today. I didn't know we were gonna be soccer people.
I am a soccer person, okay?
Okay, so let's just summarize what happened in that scene. Amanda's character seemed to work at maybe a burger restaurant or a tiki bar or something like that. She had a burger. She was flipping it. She was dressed like a pirate. It was Hawaii Day. Garrett was giving her some sass. She threw ketchup on him, and she was annoyed that she was dressed like a pirate and he was dressed like a soccer guy. That was what happened. So I'm not super clear, like, what that means. If we were trying to write scripts, that wouldn't really be a keeper to me, because there really wasn't any story there. There also weren't really any characters there that I was particularly interested in seeing again. What could we have done in that scene to make it go better? Well, let's establish who we are to each other. Is Garrett a customer at this restaurant that Amanda works at? Is he a fellow coworker? I'm honestly not clear still. Towards the end, it seemed like maybe they were coworkers because there was confusion about them both dressing the same, but at the beginning, it felt like maybe he was a customer. There was confusion over what their relationship was. Maybe let's establish that right off the bat. Their location, also, I wasn't entirely clear. Just establishing anything, any of those things right off the bat would have been helpful. Like, let's establish, who are we to each other? Where are we? What are we doing? I don't think any of those things was actually established. Stories tend to have a few things, which is who's in the story, what are those people doing, and why are they doing it? That scene didn't have any of those things. At least pick one of those things to really firmly establish, so that way we can get moving towards the other two and making it make more sense. Even if you only have the 30 seconds that they do, you can establish one of those three things pretty clearly. All right, let's keep going.
So you still think it's cool to do drugs, huh?
You idiots, where are you getting your drugs, huh? You over there, I can tell you do drugs.
Unless you're getting your supply from the baseball police.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a little bit of problem.
Yeah, and if you're getting your drugs over from the band members who hang out behind the GameStop on Saturdays, keep on doing that because they're doing good business.
They're doing it for us, too. Hey, who here likes strippers?
That one had some really good potential right off the bat because we established what was happening and who these people were right off the bat. Like, clearly they were hosting a seminar of some kind for probably high school kids about drugs. It didn't seem to fully find its legs, but that is the kind of idea that after something like this, if I was going to pick and pull ideas from the scenes we were doing, I would look at that and say, that's something that we could sit down and write and actually flesh out more ideas from, and we could turn that into a sketch if we sat down and really wrote it out. So it has potential. It's hard with improv to immediately come up with a perfect best version of it, but it has legs. It does.
I can't emphasize this enough.
And the award for fattest ass goes to Gerald. I'm on my way.
I'm on my way!
Watch out, be careful, careful.
I know just the guy. Let me call him. Go, go, go!
I'm on my way.
Oh.
Impressive.
Speech.
That's what we call a callback. Vocab, a reference to a previous joke or thing that happened, in case you guys don't know what a callback is. Clearly, just a callback to a previous bit that they've done. Smart to include it, so if you have not seen the bit, it makes sense what they are doing. Callbacks are great in live improv shows because they are essentially a performer's version of an inside joke with your audience. So the same way you have an inside joke with your friends, you can have an inside joke with your audience because it's like, hey, remember that joke from earlier? We did it again. Remember? Oh, remember the thing we said like 20 minutes ago? We brought that back up again, and you're in on the joke because you were here when it happened. Audiences love that stuff, and it's very important to remember the things that worked earlier in your show to bring them back later. So this is an example of that.
That's crazy.
I don't feel well. Tell him to come.
Hello. Hello, can you send an ambulance here? My daughter is abusing me.
I don't feel well. Tell him to come.
Hello, can you send an ambulance?
Tell him.
My daughter has smeared poop all over my vanity. Hello.
I love putting poop on furniture.
Hello. My love seat is sticky. Hello. Send an ambulance.
The cops won't come for that, you bitch.
Matilda, stop it.
Okay, well, we've established some characters there for sure. That feels like a really great start or moment for a long form scene. For short form, a little tougher, but that was some very interesting character work, and it felt very rooted in not necessarily reality, but it just felt very compelling. I want to know more about these characters. What is going on? That feels like a scene that I would want to watch a cut to scene or something in a more long form where I can watch more scenes from these characters and expand out on it more. I can talk about long form improv in another video and different formats for that and how you can expound more on characters that you introduce in scenes. But that's what that reminded me of. That gave me very much long form and that kind of improv. So just a different kind of improv. Nothing wrong with it. Very great performance. They're both very gifted performers.
Yeah, so, this screenplay I'm working on.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about that screenplay.
Yeah. Can I just say, I find you very sexy.
Yeah. That's why I'm your lead. I'm the only beast man in Hollywood. That's what we hybrids do. It started with furries and that opened the door for me.
My dreams of becoming a screenwriter are coming true.
Yeah, no, stay back, Gregor.
That was another one where I feel like Damien's character I'd also want to see more of, because what the hell was that? It was like Jason Statham's voice in the weirdest character. What was that? What I really appreciated there, though, was that they both kept their point of view and they kept their character. Angela's character was a screenwriter. His character was some sort of bizarre hybrid animal man thing. And keeping their points of view, keeping their characters, but making them meld together into one scene was good to watch. Is it my favorite scene of the day? No, but it wasn't a mess or anything terrible. I've seen bad improv. Trust me, guys. If any of this was bad improv, I would tell you. I watch a lot of improv. None of this has been bad.
Hey! Who likes short form improv?
Holy shit.
Yeah, the little in that. It's the after hours show, so we may get a little naughty.
Uh-oh, poop! See, I'm good at this. I know what I'm doing.
Get out of here.
Oh my god. What timing for that to come up. There are improvisers like that. They tend to be newer or younger, but it is a thing. Shane's addition to it, though, of just saying the word poop. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, that felt so real. Some people think just saying fart or poop makes them a comedian, you know? Sometimes audience members think that their suggestions make them the funniest guy in the room. If you're ever at an improv show and you think to yourself, I have the funniest suggestion, you probably don't. We've probably heard it before, or you're probably going to embarrass yourself in front of a room full of people. Just answer the question normally. You look like that. You look like the guy saying fart. Just, it's not funny 99% of the time. You get a lot of people who are tryhards, and by that I mean they try really hard to be funny in improv. You tend to be the funniest when you're not trying to be funny, you're just reacting and...
And here today to help us sell our new vacuum is Lucy Lou, our in-house mermaid.
Do that thing suck? Do that thing suck?
Yes, it does. And it has a 20% guarantee, money back, or we'll give you your money back.
Do that thing suck?
Thank you so much for joining us on QVC.
That thing's on.
When all else fails, do that thing suck.
Oh no, it's a freak on the road again.
Hey, I'm an adult man walking along the road. It's what we do. It's what we do.
Manhattan, baby.
Hey, greatest city in the world.
Come here often?
Not enough, I guess.
Now you! Yeah! I love WeHo!
So what's WeHo like? I'm from out of town.
It's like this, exactly like this.
Everybody's super friendly here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that one I feel like didn't work too much because it didn't feel like there was a ton being offered. It was just a character dancing and then another character not doing a lot with it either. I've been to West Hollywood. I get the reference. That's fine, but there wasn't really much being given there. Again, who, what, why? We didn't get any of those things really, so nothing happened. I think ask yourself that in any of these scenes. Who are these people, really? What are they doing? Why are they doing it? If you're not answering any of those questions, you're probably not going to get much from the scene.
All right, newspaper boys can cross.
I'm delivering some newspapers. Yeah.
All right, thank you for your service. Oh, thank you. Bye. Rifle goes west.
All right, so that was it. All of my favorite ones, like I said, they had established at the very least one of those three things. Who's in the scene? What is going on in the scene? Why are they doing what they're doing? If you can establish all three of those things, you should be golden. Improv is just a different way of telling a story. In this format, they are telling very, very quick snippets of a story, little vignettes in 30 seconds. And they're doing it when two different people are coming into a scene with two completely different ideas and points of view. Making that work is very tricky, and it takes a skill set that you really have to train and hone. And even with training that skill set, it's still hard and it's not going to be perfect every time. That's just improv. That's what makes really good improv so special, because when you see it, you know you're seeing something really, really cool, because it doesn't happen every single time. I really liked this. I thought it was a very cool concept. I believe they've done a few more of these in the past. I may dig through those and watch more of them if you guys are interested. If you guys know of any other improv-based videos that I can watch, let me know in the comments and I'll check those out. If you like the video, please give it a like. The like button looks like this. And if you want more content like this from me, please subscribe to my channel and you'll find out every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.